All right, for the last step in our project here, what we want to do is update our game's UI to tell us how many coins we've collected. So if we click onto our game tab here in the top left, we have our coins 0 text up here. And if I hit play, you've probably already noticed that that doesn't change as we've actually collected coins. And we would like it to. So we're going to write the code for that to happen. So we're going to edit a script that I've already wrote for you. It's called the game manager script. And if we select our game manager game object, you'll see that game manager component listed in the inspector. Let's go ahead and double click that to open up our script here. And what we're going to do is add a new method to handle increasing our coin text variable. So you see there's this coin count variable here. This tells us how many coins we've actually collected. And then this coin text is actually a reference to that coin's text here. And if I click on where it says coin text here, it says value, it'll actually select the game object that has our text here. And you'll see there's this text component. That's what we're going to be changing in our script. You'll notice that it has a 0 here in the text field, but if I were to change this to something else, for example, another number like 1,000, or maybe we say a random word like dog or something, it'll actually update that immediately in our UI as well. We do want to make sure that that's at 0 before we go back into our script, but this is the component that we're changing inside of our code. So we'll open our game manager script back up, and between update and collectible collected, we want to add some space. So we click this closed bracket here below update, hit enter a couple times, and then we're going to type public void coin collected, and then open and close parentheses, and then our curly brackets. Inside of this, we're going to say coin count plus plus. Adding plus plus to the end of an integer value, which is what coin count is. And if you remember, integer values are those numbers that can only be whole numbers, so 0, 1, 4, 9, 37, but can't be decimal values like 14.2. So adding plus plus to the end of an integer value is the same as saying coin count equals coin count plus 1. Those work the same way, but in our case, it's just faster to type coin count plus plus. So we're going to say coin count plus plus, and then we're going to say coin text, which again is that text variable up here. We're going to say the coin text dot text, so that's that little text field that we edited a second ago. We're going to set that equal to coin count, but our coin text takes in a string, and our coin count is an integer. So we're going to convert our integer to a string by saying dot to string, open and close parentheses. And that'll handle converting that for us automatically. We need to do one more thing before we can have our coins properly updating, is we need to update our collectible script to allow for that. So we're going to go back in our project panel to the provided scripts folder and open up collectible. And we're going to scroll down inside of this method here that says private void on trigger enter. This method here is actually another one that's automatically called by Unity, and it's called by Unity anytime that an object passes into a trigger component on a game object. So if I were to select one of our coins, we'll do this one for example. Oops, I'm in the game view, so let me go to scene view. We'll click on this coin. You'll see it has this collider component, this mesh collider. It also has this isTrigger option, and if this is true, that means that our collider won't be solid, like you won't be able to run into it. You'll be able to pass through it, but you can still tell when something passes through it using this onTriggerEnter method. It's checking to see if the object's tag that passes through it is equal to player. And in our game objects, everything has a tag. Most things are untagged, but they do all have this tag option. And if you select the alien, you'll see that its tag is set to player. So we're checking that we are touching the player by checking this tab. And then here we have what's called a switch statement. This is a little bit complicated for us right now. So what you need to know is that this basically is going to do specific code based on the value of whatever is in these parentheses. So in this case, it's the my type value. So down here, there's this case that says case collectible type dot tertiary. That means the third option here. We're going to delete these two little backslashes here that's before where it says GameManager.instance.coin collected. And what that's going to do is uncomment the line that was previously here before. And now if we collect a coin, one of those silver coins, it's going to call our coin collected method. And you'll see that's the one that we just wrote on our Game Manager script. So let's make sure we save our collectible script and also make sure that Game Manager script is saved. And if we go back to our game now and press the play button, and we collect these coins, now that coin counter in the top right is updating. For every coin we collect, we are now increasing that text value. So I'm going to grab all these ones here, these little hidden coins, and you'll see, yep, we're passing into the trigger that is on those coins, and then we're telling our coin counter to increase. And that's it. Now you have a fully functioning game, and you can play it start to finish, and you have the UI doing things, and your player can do things, and you have a game from start to finish. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for joining us here at Techability. I hope you had fun, and I hope you're as excited as we are to get you making some more complicated games here over the next few months.